Good evening to all. So, hope you are all well. So, in previous video we have discussed about statistics, its uses, its definition and certain terms that are most commonly used in statistics. So, in this video we will start with the topic scales of measurement. So, remember that we are only covering the introduction part of statistics. So, the first topic under introduction, we have discussed certain topics, and the further topics we have discussed. So the first topic is scales of measurement. So what is scales of measurement? So basically, before starting this topic, we must know what is measurement. So talking about measurement. So measurement is a process of assigning numbers to objects according to certain rules. Simple in this, we assign numbers to objects according to certain rules. So what is measurement? It is the process of assigning number to objects according to certain rules. So to understand measurement, here is an example. So the example is, for example, we have been instructed by our teacher or by our staff nurse to note height and weight of a patient who have recently visited the physician. So here we have the objects according to definition, assigning number to objects. So the object in this example is height and weight. So we have to assign numbers to this object. So how we are going to assign number? For example, when I am going to measure the height of the baby, so it was around 3.2 inch. It's not baby, he's an infant, and the weight of that baby is approx 10 kg. So this all is measurement. So what is measurement? It is a process of assigning number to objects according to certain rules. So in this, the objects are height and weight. So we have assigned a number to the object according to certain rules. The rules are, for example, we are using a weighing machine. So weighing machine we are using, or for measuring height we are using certain scales, certain standardized scale in which there is already marking. So with the help of that we are going to measure the height of the baby. So it is assigning number to objects according to certain rule. So it is measurement. So further, in scales of measurement in statistics, there are 4 scales of measurement. So with these 4 scales, we are going to measure every variable in statistics. So what are these 4 scales? So the first scale is nominal measurement, and the second is ordinal measurement. Third is interval measurement, and fourth is ratio measurement. Interval measurement, nominal measurement, ratio measurement, and ordinal measurement. So we are going to start with nominal measurement. So topic first we are going to discuss about is nominal measurement. So it is the lowest level of measurement. Among these 4, the nominal level is the lowest level. It is considered to be the lowest level. So in this, for example, we have gender as a main category, in which the objects that we have to include is male as well as female. So in this nominal scale of measurement, we do not tell the importance of any variable. In this, we can't say the male is less than female or females are less than males. No, in this, the variables are generally used to compare, but not to tell the rank of any variable. So the nominal level of measurement, basically it represents certain categories that are different from each other, but we can't rank those variables. Hope this is clear to all. nominal level of measurement is the lowest level of the 4 levels of measurement. It basically used to represent certain categories. Basically, the categories that we are going to represent under nominal, these can't be these can't be ranked. For example, we can't say males are good or females are bad, or females are good and males are bad. No, the basic in this, the males or female, these are only using we are only using this scale for the difference, but not for ranking. So nominal level measurement is basically used for difference. And second is ordinal. In ordinal level of measurement, we basically rank the object. Here in our nominal level, we basically represent categories to state their difference. But in ordinal level of measurement, we basically represent the categories on the basis of rank. It can be from low to high or from high to low. For example, category is health status. Okay, it can be poor, it can be fair, it can be good, or it can be very good. So in ordinal level of measurement, we basically rank the categories. For example, in health status, it is ranked as low to high. For example, the first is poor, fair, good, and very good. So we have discussed nominal scale and ordinal scale. In nominal scale, we have discussed that nominal scale is basically used to represent categories not based on their rank, but these categories only different. These are different from each one another, but they have no they are only different from each other. There is no ranking of the categories. In ordinal scale, there is a ranking of categories based on the low, either low to high or high to low. So the next category that we are going to discuss here is next scale of measurement, third one. It is interval level measurement. Interval level measurement. In interval level measurement, we specifically rank objects on an attribute on the basis of distance among those objects. For example, the main broad category is temperature, under which we have to define the categories. For example, first I am going to tell the category of 30 to 40 degrees Celsius, and then 40 to 50 degrees Celsius, then 50 to 60 degrees Celsius. So in interval level measurement, the categories are expressed in interval form, and the basic or the main note which we have to keep in our mind is that the difference between upper class limit and lower class limit should be same. For example, 40 minus 30 is 10, so here the difference is 10, and 50 minus 40 is also 10. So the difference between all the categories should be same. So interval level means in this the categories are expressed in interval form. The only thing we have to remember is the difference between all the categories should be same. So next is ratio level measurement. In ratio level measurement, it is the highest level of measurement. In this, the lowest level was nominal level and the highest level is the ratio level. In this, all the categories are expressed in the ratio form, or it can be in any other form. For example, BP. There is a category of BP, so it can be 120/80, it can be 130/110, or it can be 160/10, 160/110. So here in ratio level, the attributes are basically expressed in the other values. For example, it can be division value, it can be fraction value, or it can be in the form of ratio. So in today's the scales of measurement, we have first discussed about measurement. So what is measurement? It is a process of assigning number to objects according to certain rules. For example, we have discussed first height. If we have come across a patient, for example, he is an infant and we have been instructed to monitor his height as well as weight. So height was 3.2 inch and weight was 10 kg. So in this, and we are using a standardized scale, that is a standardized scale for height and a weighing machine for monitoring weight of the infant. So it is assigning numbers to object based on a particular topic is known as measurement. So in scales of measurement, we basically use four main scales in statistics. The first is nominal scale, second is ordinal scale, third is interval scale, and ratio scale. In nominal scale, it is basically on the in nominal scale measurement, nominal level measurement, it is mainly on the basis of difference among the categories. While the ordinal scale, it is on the basis of ranking among those categories. And the interval level, in this, that is based on the interval, but difference between all the categories should be same. And the ratio level measurement, it is basically in the form of ratio, fraction, or any another form which is not covered in all the four levels. So nominal level is the lowest level of measurement, while the ratio level is the highest level of measurement. In nominal scale, for example, here we only represent categories based on their difference. Here there is no ranking of categories. For example, gender, here we can't rank male as high and female as low, or female as high or males are low. In this, we only state difference between the categories. Next is the ordinal level. In ordinal level, it is basically in this, the categories are basically ranked. The ranking can be either low to high or high to low. Example is the health status of patient. So it is categorized as poor, fair, good, or very good. It is from low to high. And another example you can take is the income status. First is low income, middle income, and upper income. So it is low to high only. Third, we have discussed about the interval level measurement. In interval level, it is basically used to represent the categories which are in the form of interval or in the form of range. But here, for example, temperature, the categories formed under this are 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60. The only note we have to keep in our mind is that the difference between all the categories should be same. Next is the ratio level. In this, the categories are represented in the form of ratio, fractions, or any other form which is not covered in the above three categories. So it is all about four scales of measurement. So further, there is a topic of classification of stats. Classification. So before starting classification, you must know what is statistics. So kindly review about the definition of statistics. So it is basically a science which deals with analysis of data, which deals with collection of data, analysis of data, interpretation of data, organization of that data, and presentation of the data. So basically, there is two types of classification of statistics: descriptive stats and inferential stats. So particularly in descriptive